Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And it's still the #1 entertainment show in the whole wide world. I said it, we know it, you know it. And it's about time for our guest this afternoon. Our guest this afternoon is a Nigerian Afrofusion and Afro-R&B singer, songwriter, and musician. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome to the show, Major!
Thank you.
Bye-bye, fresh.
Great.
Thank you, sir. You too, man. You guys.
No, we knew you were coming, so we were like, let's keep it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thank you. Thanks for doing that,
Nice.
man. But I see you guys always doing it anyway. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about you as an artist. You've been in like 2 bands. You were in a band with Flavor.
Yes.
And then you were in another band, Lace.
That's right.
Like,
that's
it's
right.
been a long time coming. Let's talk about your journey.
Yeah, I mean, my journey has been great, as you pointed out. I've been, with lots of different bands, a cappella groups, in the past. One of the bands, Sound City Band, Flavor, got on the band when, I left. But, he was there before, but not really as one of the band members, but he was kind of like watching us doing things, who knew, right? So, but other than that, then I played with, my Lace group, we did a cappella, we did, lots of different shows, college shows, university shows and stuff like that.
I mean, there was a point, I was reading up and I saw Two-Face debut as well.
Yeah. Back then, Two-Face was, he was also doing radio jingles back then. I think he used to go by Lord Ailey back then.
Yeah.
That was a long time.
That was a while ago, man. So it was more like a rival, but silently. Everybody's just oh, I have to outdo you and you got to do me. So, and it was the radio jingles that was the thing then, because you would have the radio stations always repeating, your jingle, so thereby your voice is now heard, right? So it wasn't like it is right now. So anyways, I mean, it was great, man. So he was there.
I mean, looking at your portfolio and where you're coming from a time where it was actually, no disrespect to music now, but it was original musicians in the sense that it was instrumentalists. Everybody knew how to play an instrument.
That's
Everybody
right.
knew how to actually make, from Flavor to Two-Face to all of them. I mean, compared to what is now, and you've been there through the time till now. How's that journey been?
The journey's been great. I mean, it's one of those things that I was there, then I wasn't, life happens, I moved to America, went to school and all that stuff, So it wasn't, but I was still keeping my ears and my eyes seeing what's going on, just to make sure that, I'm not missing out on a whole lot. Right, so it's been quite a journey, and you were right about that. Music has gone through a series of metamorphoses right now, as we can see. So we're seeing music really changing as everyone is coming into it. But back then, it's a lot of hard work. Not that it's not hard work right now, because to write a song, to come up with a vibe and all these things, it's you got to think a lot, right? But back then, as you said, it was analog. You got to play instruments. You really got to sing. They have to hear you sing. People need to hear your voice.
And if you're recording, you have to record like
you have to.
Over.
Yes, 8-track. You know what I mean? So that's how it was. But now it's the digital age has made it a little easier for us. Looking back from where we came from, now it's actually easier. I bet people nowadays probably think like, no, that's not true, because this is harder. But we're just comparing from back then and now. So. Yeah.
Okay, now dropping songs, getting all that you want to get. How has the reception been since you got back? And then okay, let's talk about the reception first before I talk about the trend I've noticed with your music videos.
Oh yeah, the reception's been great. I mean, thank you to my fans, all my fans out there around the world, because music it's a universal language, as we know. So everybody, loves, especially when you're doing it right, you're dedicated, you're willing to stay on the cutting edge, you're persistent in what you're doing. So it's been great. I've been, getting a lot of fans, telling me they like my style of music, which is Afrofusion, and the type of lyrics that I choose to talk about. Sometimes I give the people what they want. Sometimes I talk about what I want to talk about, right? So, I mean, it's a little bit of both, right? So, but yeah, it's been great.
I mean, there's so much I want to talk about.
Yes, there
so
is.
much, definitely. I mean, I feel like there's a lot that you have to tell us as well.
Of course.
Yeah. But before that, let's give a vibe. Let's let the people see E Major live in action. Let's check it.
How many times I tell you, how many times I tell you, say, hey, whoa, you don't capture my soul. All of my guys, they want me. All of my guys, they want me. Say, hey, whoa, you go under my soul. As you enter my eye, capture my heart, under my soul. Enter my eye, capture my heart. And all of my guys, they want me. All of my guys, they want me. Say, hey, whoa, till you go under my soul.
I was about to drop a verse, but I say no.
Oh,
You for drop-
No,
man, you
no.
just
But
did
you
it. Oh, come on.
you know,
Amazing.
But we can't have you outshine.
No, yeah, I was
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
no.
So hold on.
It's your
E Major.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So before we went on the break, I was talking about a trend I've noticed in
Yeah.
the music videos.
Yeah.
You and Big Brother Naija alumni. You've had CC, you've had White Money,
Yeah.
and most recently you had Ile Baye.
Yeah,
So what's that about? Because we have J4 for your next video.
Is that right? All right, man.
I'm shaking my head.
No, I mean, I'm friends with a lot of Big Brother. It just happens to be in Big Brother, but we're friends.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
We're friends now.
You know what I'm saying? That's right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
from Bootsy to White Money.
Yeah,
Teddy. Teddy. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
CC. I mean, we're we're all friends. So yeah, that just works out that way.
I mean, so I mean, listening to your sound, and we can. I'm sure everybody now can understand where you're coming from because your sound is. You're very musical.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very musical. Your lyrics, your arrangements, we
Thank
can
you.
see. We can tell that yes, this guy don't take where they
Yeah.
come
Of
from.
course.
You know, but the question I want to ask you is, I mean, you went abroad for a while.
That's
you know what
right.
I mean, you left Nigeria, and at the time you left, our music was still not yet big on mainstream.
True.
And then you've witnessed Afrobeat become mainstream
No doubt.
out there. How has that been for you and your push for music, especially from that end as well?
It's just made me immensely proud, to be honest, because it's been a long time coming. I've always told people that this is what we should have had. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about music and the dispersive music around the world, it's always been the slaves, so-called Africans, especially West Africans that took the music to the rest of the world, to Americas, and everywhere else. So we created all those different genres of music. If you go all the way back to the start of those music, is those slaves that came from Nigeria, from Togo, from all those different places that actually started it, but we never got the recognition that we rightly deserved. So thank God that Afrobeat, we kept on doing it, and now we have the recognition. So it makes me proud. And this is just tip of the iceberg because it's going to get bigger, and it's going to keep getting bigger. So it's a genre that's not going away.
Okay. So the song My Soul was inspired by a real life experience.
No, My Soul is just a song, it's an International Women's, Day,
Yep.
right? So that's great. It's a song for all lovers in the world, really. It's really not specifically for anyone because, I think love is the most powerful emotion.
Yep. Love conquers all.
It conquers all. That's what the scripture says. Love conquered all. Also, the same thing with light and darkness. So I talk about love and hate being the powerful force, but love actually conquers hate. Just like a little speck of light in darkness disappears.
This guy they drop wisdom.
We should have had you on a Monday, so come and give us motivation.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's all you need.
I mean, you mentioned a tip of the iceberg, and you've done a lot of shows in Nigeria as well. You've done with Small Doctor. You've done quite a lot of things. Going forward, and you're pushing your music now.
Yeah.
What do we expect? What's in the works? What are you working on? What's happening?
I mean, my apex there is O2 Arena, man. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm gonna go, and mark my words, because that's gonna happen. You know, God willing.
You said it here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but you know, because you know, I've gone to Afrochella, you know, 2 years ago in Ghana.
Yeah.
You know, I've always wanted to do that, and I did it. You know, Afro Nation is another one I want to go to. You know, so. Then we have a lot of things in the works, you know, with as pertains to more singles and then collaborations that's gonna come later on. But now it's well, we don't know yet. You know, it's just my label decides all that. But you know, I mean, it's gonna happen eventually.
So if you want to reach you on social media, what are your platforms?
Yes. So it's _official on all my platforms. You know, TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, you know, EMajor, EMAJOR _official.
Nice one. Nice.
All right, thank you so much for coming. It was great to have you here
Thanks for having
and you
me.
serenading the women. Since it's International
captured
Women's
their
Day,
souls.
yeah, you captured their souls. You know they hear what? All right, and that's it with our guest.